Deep within the German countryside lies a place where unspeakable horror unfolded on a small farm called Hinterkaifeck. On April 30, 1922, 5 members of the Gruber family were brutally murdered in their sleep. The case remains one of Germany's most infamous and enduring unsolved crimes. The victims were Andreas Gruber, his wife Casilia, their daughter Victoria, and 2 farmhands, Max and Andreas Price. The investigation that followed would reveal a web of secrets and lies, but ultimately, no one was ever held accountable for the murders. The case was investigated by local authorities, but their efforts were hindered by a lack of forensic expertise and a deep-seated reluctance to accept the possibility of multiple perpetrators. As the investigation dragged on, the community began to turn against each other. For generations, the people of this region have been haunted by the memory of the Gruber family's tragic fate. The case has become an open wound, a reminder that justice was not served and the truth remains hidden to this day. The Hinterkaifeck farm was a remote outpost in rural Bavaria, Germany. On April 30, 1922, Andreas Gruber, his wife Casilia, and their 3 adult children, were brutally murdered in their home. The crime scene was left untouched for 2 days, giving investigators a unique opportunity to gather evidence. The investigation was led by Oberpolizeirat George Bauer, who collected over 1,000 pieces of evidence, including bloody footprints, torn fabric, and a suspicious axe handle. Despite the wealth of physical evidence, no clear motive or suspect emerged. One of the most puzzling pieces of evidence was a torn piece of fabric caught in the gate latch. The fabric was later matched to a pair of pants belonging to Andreas Gruber, leading investigators to suspect that one of the victims may have been involved in their own murder. Theories abounded about a possible motive, including a feud between the Grubers and their neighbors, or even a grudge held by one of the victims. However, none of these theories were ever proven, leaving the Hinterkaifeck farm murders as one of Germany's most enduring unsolved crimes. On April 30, 1922, Police Inspector Anton Stoger arrived at the Hinterkaifeck farm to investigate reports of foul play. He found no signs of forced entry or struggle, but a trail of blood led him to the Gruber family's farmhouse. The primary weapon used in the murders was an axe, discovered near the scene. Forensic analysis revealed it had been used to bludgeon the victims multiple times, but no fingerprints or DNA were found on the handle. The investigation revealed that the killers may have used a nearby forest to escape. However, no footprints or other signs of disturbance were found in the woods, leading investigators to wonder if the perpetrators had an accomplice. The brutal nature of the murders shocked rural Bavaria, with many residents left wondering how such a heinous crime could have occurred in their midst. As the investigation stalled, the case became one of Germany's most infamous unsolved mysteries. The investigation team discovered the murder weapon still at the farm, including this axe head. It's believed that Andreas Gruber used it to kill his family members. But what's striking is that the wounds on the victims' bodies suggest a level of savagery and premeditation. Andreas Gruber was questioned extensively by the police, but he never revealed any information about his involvement in the murders. His alibi for the time of the killings checked out, but many believe he was hiding something. The investigation concluded in June 1922, but the case was never officially solved. Theories abounded, from Andreas Gruber's alleged infidelity to a possible stranger invasion. But no concrete evidence ever linked anyone to the murders. Today, the Hinterkaifeck farm remains abandoned, a haunting reminder of the unsolved horror that took place within its walls. The case has been dubbed Germany's unsolved horror, leaving behind more questions than answers. Despite decades of investigation and numerous theories, the Hinterkaifeck murders remain one of Germany's most baffling unsolved crimes. The trail of clues has gone cold, but the haunting questions persist. Who committed this atrocity? What motivated them to slaughter an entire family in their sleep? Today, the Hinterkaifeck murders serve as a haunting reminder of humanity's darker side. Despite the passing of time, this case continues to inspire debate and speculation. While justice may have eluded the victims in life, their memory will forever be etched in our collective consciousness. As we reflect on this horror, let us not forget, the darkness that lies within is just a whisper away. Note, the final thought aims to provide a haunting yet thought-provoking conclusion, leaving viewers with a lasting impression of the case's enduring impact and mystery.